Dark Souls 3 dropping on April 12th. That is 43 days from now. That's right, I know the days. 43 of them. That's how long we've got before we can play Dark Souls 3. Super excited to play it on PC, and I'm so excited specifically for a bunch of reasons. And today, I want to show you them and the thing I'm most excited for. So this is a tough question for me. You know, what is the most exciting thing about Dark Souls 3 to me? There's like a list of things, but there's a few big reasons. I did actually talk in depth about a couple things, about level design and the new combat system in some previous videos. So if you want to, you can check those out before you watch this. But it's good to be finally doing the third and final video for that series. Starting with an obvious one, the new combat. In Dark Souls 3, we have a new attack type known as power stances. You basically enter a new stance to allow for new, devastating attacks. We got huge arcing cleaves, we got some sweet spins. It's going to be great for finishing off an enemy in style, or hitting a nice AoE, and most probably some great uses in PvP. We already have a massive lineup of choice when it comes to attacking and how to attack. With the many weapons in these games, the variety is huge, and now we get even more variety, and amazingly it's somehow still going to be relevant and somehow still going to be useful in these attacks. You know, when they add these things, and we already had so much choice as it was, it's hard to add something and be like, yeah, we're definitely going to use that. Yeah, here we are. So hell, I'm really excited to see what some people pull off, definitely in PvP with these new attacks. We're going to have new NPCs with their awesome, immersive, and interesting stories. We've seen many NPC stories now, and they've left a huge impact on us in the Dark Souls series. Take Solaire, for example. There are so many people out there who have never played or seen a Souls game, but they know about Solaire and praising the sun. Not only is that hilarious, but it really tells you there's great character design in these games. Then we have the Onion Knight, having his little hum outside the gates of Sen's Fortress, his story with the daughter, and his attempt to be a great knight, requiring your help greatly. And don't forget the glum and gloomy gentleman, the crestfallen warrior, sat in Firelink Shrine, one of the first, if not the first, NPC you encounter, giving you really useful information while being both creepy and sarcastic about it. Poor guy. The short story of Iron Tarkus, a great hero, able to overcome the Iron Golem of Sen's Fortress, helping others do the same, and then his awkward fall after being prepared to take on that giant Iron Golem, yet unable to balance in a tight spot not moments later. We saw some great stories in Dark Souls 2 as well, and some very interesting ones in Bloodborne, but let's be honest, they fell short in multiple ways. Dark Souls 2 had a different team, and it fell short in terms of the whole game, not just NPCs, and Bloodborne, it hit the spots right, but the game was short and the stories were too. Will we see the perfect example of NPCs again in Dark Souls 3, or will it fall short? I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. What about the new visuals? Dark Souls has blown us away with its jaw-dropping sights. The way the world was linked together was a stroke of genius in Dark Souls 1. I fault Dark Souls 2 for many things, but I cannot take away with its breathtaking views, such as the reveal of Dranglake Castle, or the corridor leading up to the dreaded Mirror Knight. Hell, the first time you walk into Majula, wow, that view! Bloodborne had some gorgeous views and moments, even for a game drenched in black, grey and red. They used the palette excellently. With all that talent, with all that knowledge and experience, I can only imagine the amazing things we're going to see in Dark Souls 3. Whether it be creepy, clever, or interesting, I know it will set the right tone and immerse me in the atmosphere of the game, and have me standing still just fucking looking at it before I even worry about what enemy lurks around the corner. I cannot express how excited I am for this one. Easily one of my favorites. Oh man, this one. The new bosses. We're going to be facing new opponents we've never seen before. At this point, many of us have played through Dark Souls and Bloodborne many times, and we know every boss and all of its weaknesses, and we're finally going in again blind against opponents we have no idea how to deal with. Visually, I already know. Like, look at this boss. It's fucking jaw-dropping, but goddamn, it was quite hard to dodge, and spinning attacks were sort of random. I don't know, I just enjoyed it, and it's been a long time since I've had this feeling in Dark Souls, because I played them for a long time and I've got good at the games, but my heart was fucking pounding, and when I took this boss down, I was fucking fist pumping, I was cheering, I was stood up in the fucking air. I felt awesome, and that feeling is captured so well from many of us in Dark Souls, and that's the way we feel about these bosses. When we finally beat it, you just feel so fucking good, and we're gonna get those experiences once again in Dark Souls 3. Quickly, while we're on the topic of bosses, what about the new music? Each boss comes with its own soundtrack and its own immersing feel. It's creepy, it's cool, it's fun, it's heart fucking racing. I don't know, I just think the music in these games sets the tone oh so well. I'm thinking about the song accompanying the boss battle of Father Gascoigne in Bloodborne. That is one of my favourite in-game music tracks ever. That shit got me pumped to fight. And again, there was actually a lot of really great music in Dark Souls 2, so another great thing for that game. Funnily enough, in Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1, there were good songs, but a lot of them sounded very similar and kind of generic Dark Souls music. So I must admit, they've really improved at this over time. So again, super excited to see what they do in Dark Souls 3. And this one goes out to all of you guys on YouTube, on Twitch, you people watching, sharing, making your own things. You know, we're going to have a huge impact on this game and have had a huge impact on the Souls series. We're talking about people like VatiVidya who make amazing lore analysis and sort of going through the backstory of characters in the world and things that have happened. That's fucking genius and so very well presented. People like Epic Name Bro who present their playthroughs in such an enjoyable, relaxing, clever and satisfying way. And of course we have PvP from people like Ouroboros and Peeve and so on. I don't know, we've got a great thing coming for YouTube and for Twitch streaming, and I can't wait to be a part of it, to watch, to make my own, to watch the streams, to do the streams. I'm fucking pumped. Is that obvious? I'm fucking pumped for Dark Souls, man. And it's just 43 days away. That's right. That number again. 43 days. It's not that long, but it's gonna feel long. And so you may be asking yourself, what, Hollow, is the most exciting thing for you in Dark Souls 3? It's the name of the video, it's the sort of main point of this topic, and I did just mention it. This game has had a huge impact on me, the way I approach gaming, the way that I look at games, and I owe that to what I've done on YouTube and some of the Twitch streaming I've done with this game. Being able to share my experiences with these games and my ideas and my thoughts and just my experience with game with you guys. I've done a full thing with Dark Souls 1, I've done a full thing with Dark Souls 2, I've done a full thing with Bloodborne, I've done little things in between and outside of that, all to do with Souls. I was lucky enough to be able to share this with you guys. You know, you were there with me, you were giving me your own theories, reacting to the ones that I had, giving me little tips, talking about things that happened in the game, and just building excitement and having a good time with the game. I got to experience this with Dark Souls 1. I got to experience it massively with Dark Souls 2 and Bloodborne. And now I get to do it again. I'm going through the whole of Dark Souls 3 blind. I'll be uploading a video on here every single day, blasting through the game and just having a fucking good time. And I hope that you will join me for that awesome experience. I've learned a lot over the years that I've been doing them, ever since Dark Souls 1, and I really feel like my gameplay, the editing, the way that I understand the world and the lore has just got better. And it's all going to be combined upon the release of Dark Souls 3. I'm fucking so very excited to create videos on this game, and that is the most exciting thing about Dark Souls 3 for me, to share it with you guys. I will see you at the release of Dark Souls 3 in 43 days, and I cannot fucking wait. Thank you so much for watching, and do please let me know, what is the thing you are most excited about? Was it something from this list, or was it something else that maybe I missed? Let me know, I'm interested. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.